Well, hello everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about my greatest purchases throughout the history of my entire life. But Amber folks, what does that mean? Well, we're going to be talking about the video games that I bought for under $20. And which, by the way, were absolute fucking gems. My voice broke right there, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the Pokemon games out of the way, because this is not a very long video, I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and get the Pokemon games out of the way. Alright, so the first one I got that was under... excuse me. Under $10 was Pokemon Blue. Now, Amber folks, how'd you get that Pokemon Blue? Well, technically it was given to me. But Amber Fox, that doesn't mean you bought it. Actually, it does. I gave him books for it, actually. But he also did... Because, see, he wanted those cheat code books, you know? Those ones you get at the Scholastic Book Fair. And me, being me, I had all those. Never had the Guinness Book of World Records like every little kid wanted, but god damn it, I got the cheat code books. But anyway, my first copy of Pokemon Blue was purchased in middle school. I was in 6th grade, and I traded... a kid all my cheat code books. Now keep in mind, I wrote down all my cheat codes. I didn't just give him the fucking book and be like, here you go. I never remembered any of these. No, I have all the cheat codes for all the games that were in those fucking books. I still have the fucking paper guide around here somewhere. It's in a fucking manila envelope. But anyway, I gave him the books. That's how I got this one. Now, the next one is Pokemon Silver. Amber Fox, do you mean Pokemon Soul Silver? No, Pokemon Silver. The one with, Lugia. Fucking... The white dragon bird Pokemon looking thing. You know what I'm fucking talking about. Lugia. Yeah, whatever. I can't believe I call it Luigi. It's because of that fucking meme. Anyway, I got this for actually $15. Now... Normally, that'd be a lot more than $15. Because a copy like this, I mean, granted it is loose and everything, but it's in really good quality. And it's worth quite a bit, actually. It's worth at least, I'd say, $50. Because there's no wear on it at all. Like, even the little metal thing on the back is fucking pristine. And, like, there's, like, just a little bit, just a little bit of, like, there's, like, a mark on the, label itself, but it's, like, an indent. It's not, like, a scratch or anything. But that's really the only thing that's wrong with it. And, it was from the pawn shop dude that, I fixed consoles and stuff for. I got it from him, I think it was around the time I fixed the first couple of Xbox originals, and a couple of the original PlayStations as well. Anyway, I went there and I bought Pokemon Silver because I had a Game Boy, because it was all I had at the time because I couldn't find my DS Lite. So I played this on my Game Boy Pocket, which is kind of a dark greenish one. Really good condition. One day I'll do a thing where I'm showcasing my handhelds, like every popular YouTuber does. No. I'll just do a video where I'm showing you guys. But anyway, yeah, I got that for $15. It was actually priced around $45 because it was out of the box. But he did have the box it came in, and I didn't care for the box. I just wanted the game. The next one actually got bundled with, where the fuck is it? Here it is. My fucking Game Boy Advance. Amber Fox, you already told us you have a Game Boy. Well, yes, I have actually 3 Game Boys. No, 5 Game Boys, I think. I have a Pocket, 2 SPs. I have a Color, but it doesn't work that well. And I have my Advance. This is the horizontal version, not the vertical. Basically, it's a Game Boy Advance, but it's the one that came before the SP. I got it bundled with Pokemon Firered and Ruby, the second copy of Ruby that I ever got. And I got all that. The Game Boy itself, I do need to work on. I need to get a toolkit for it, though, because I lost my toolkit. It needs to be cleaned. It needs the speaker fuzz needs to be replaced. The case itself is in pretty good shape. The labels are still in pretty good shape, but the cartridge slot needs to be cleaned out a little bit, which I can do myself. It's not that fucking difficult. Also, I might need to replace these buttons, honestly, because the directional pad's kind of shit. But anyway, so yeah, I got that. The games themselves were technically $5. And you're probably like, Ember folks, what Pokemon games for $5? What part of the world are you living in, Ember Fox? Those could be bootleg. No, they're not bootleg. They're actually legit copies. The Pokemon Firered is in the poorest condition I've ever seen a Pokemon game in. Like, the label is just hanging on there by a fucking thread. You can tell it's been through a couple of tweakers' closets and shit. You can tell that this is something a tweaker definitely fucking was like, hey, Pokemon, that's worth something. I can get meth with this. I'm gonna go to the pawn shop and sell it. I do have to clean the case, the cartridge, a little bit. But I also got, the Game Boy Advance itself was, $40. And the games themselves were $5 each, so that's what? Yeah, that's about $55 plus sales tax, which is around $57.63 or something. Yeah, $57.63, I think. I don't have the receipt anymore. But I think, yeah, it was about $57, but the sales tax is pretty high, so it's not a refurbished Game Boy either. So anyway, let's start getting into the meaty greedies, you know? Let's get the good shit. I got them all stacked right here. So that way I wouldn't forget. Anyway, let's talk about one of my all-time favorite video games. And you're probably asking, Ember Fox, does that make it a top 20 game of your favorites? No, actually. But it's in the top 20. I think it's at 17 maybe. Anyway, it's a movie game. You're probably like, Ember Fox, all movie games are shit. Even the Despicable Me games are shit. Except the Mad Max game, that wasn't shit. Alright, it's Reservoir Dogs for the PlayStation 2. I actually liked it. It's fun. It's got a lot of unlockable stuff. It's fun to play with the cheats and shit. And I got it for $6 at GameStop before they stopped selling PlayStation 2 games where I live. But anyway, I really like this game because I like the movie. And you're probably like, Ember Fox, you have trash taste in movies. Actually, I like Reservoir Dogs, so fucking blow me, bitch. Another game that is probably fairly well known that I got right here is the Borderlands 1. I got it for $5, and this was before Borderlands 3 was announced. It was in the $5 360 pile. Yeah, if you've ever been to GameStop, you've seen it. They'll just sell the game, the disc itself, which is only like worth $5 apparently to them and shit. But to me, it's worth so much more. It's worth so much more. But anyway, yeah. So I got Borderlands for $5, and I went into the GameStop with $25, and I got Borderlands, I got Bioshock 2, I got Condemned 2 Bloodshot, which actually is not a bad game. A lot of people took a shit on it, but it's not that bad. It's just a little weird and a little eh. But the gameplay is kind of fun for the most part. It can be on the harder difficulties. And what was did I already? Yeah, I think I covered all four. In case I didn't, I also got Dead Space 2, but that wasn't on the same trip. So yeah, Borderlands. I got Borderlands 1. Dan and I played the fuck out of it because it was the GameStop near his house. We played the fuck out of it. We really liked it. We haven't beaten it together, but I've beaten it by myself. I'm sorry, Dan. I know, cry in Japanese and all that. The next game is another one of my favorites. It's a pretty good game. It's Lollipop Chainsaw, and it says $11.99, but I actually got it for $7 because they were going to throw it away because the case is in bad shape, so they thought the disc was in bad shape. So like, yeah, you know what, we'll throw it away. And I was like, That's a game I've been looking for a while. So they're like, all right, cool, here, half price. So, and also I had a GameStop membership, so I used some credit points for that. But essentially, I only paid out of pocket $7. And you're probably like, folks, you ever gonna play that? Probably. The next one is a game that you will not believe that I had gotten for $5. Dead Space 2! I also got Fallout New Vegas for $5. It didn't have any of the DLC, it was just the game itself. Which I ended up giving to Dan in trade for a katana. You're probably like, Gamer Fox, what the fuck? That's so weeb of you. Well, actually, he just really wanted to play. He really wanted to play, and I was like, you know, I'll take a katana, and I'll take a little bit of your money. So, we spent the money at the Dollar Tree to get Shasta Cola. God damn. If Shasta Cola didn't keep us going, fucking nothing was, let me tell you. You're probably, Emery folks, Shasta Cola's fucking trash. How could you drink that shit? Actually, it tastes more like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Just watered down just a smidgen. That's what it tastes like. It's not bad. It's actually fairly decent. I liked it. Well, if I drink too much of it, it would give me a really nasty stomachache. But, you know, hey, whatever. But yeah, I played Dead Space 1, and I was like, fuck yeah, they got Dead Space 2. I looked for Dead Space 3, they didn't fucking have it. But they had Bioshock Infinite, and I was like, well, I don't own Bioshock 1, so I'm not going to buy fucking Bioshock Infinite. I have played Bioshock 1, though. Another game I got, hold on, I don't think I put it in the pile, I don't think. Oh, I got Dishonored for $5, but I didn't keep it because you're probably like, Emery Fox, why didn't you keep Dishonored? Dishonored's a good game. How could you get rid of it? Because it wouldn't load on my Xbox, so I gave it away. But that was when I was still in high school. But that's why I'm not like, I thought I had it here, but I didn't. I was like, oh yeah, I gave it to Trevor. So. So yeah, those are the cheapest games that I have gotten, and some of them are fucking treasures. Wait, did I tell you guys that I bought Dark Souls for $5? Yeah, I bought Dark Souls 1 for $5. You're probably like, well, for Dark Souls 2, that's reasonable, but for Dark Souls, that's not reasonable for the first one. And let me tell you, that's one of the best fucking $5 bills I've ever spent in my whole life was on this fucking game. It was, I think it was 2000, I want to say, I don't know. But anyway, I got it for $5 at the my local GameStop, which I live near now, again. It's $5. And I was like, fuck, I'd heard a lot about this game called Dark Souls and all this get goods, but I've never played it. And I was like, holy shit, it was made by Bandai fucking Namco? Namco? The same fucking people who made Pac-Man? And I was like, oh, From Software, of course. I don't have Demon's Souls, in case you're wondering. I do have a case for Demon's Souls, but I don't have Demon's Souls. Remember, folks, what happened to your copy of Demon's Souls? Well, my ex-girlfriend probably has the fucking thing. Very sad about it, because I actually did like Demon's Souls. It wasn't bad. Had a lot of combat mechanics you could abuse the absolute fuck out of, but it wasn't a bad game. But yeah. So, anyway, let's go ahead and split off into the next section of let's go ahead and talk about my some of my favorite games, because I'm going to do a top 30 video games that I personally like. They'll all be listed off as well. Let's go ahead and talk about a few of them. You're gonna be like, Amber Fox, shut the fuck up. I like it a lot. No one else fucking does. But I really like it. You're probably gonna be like, well, Amber Fox, tell us, please. What is this favorite game of yours? Well, if you'll shut the fuck up, I can tell you. I love you, beautiful bastard. One of my favorite games of all time is Skyrim. Ember Fox, you're so fucking basic. Have you not heard of Oblivion? Of Morrowind? Of Daggerfall? Of Arena? Believe it or not, I've actually played those. I haven't played the first two in a really long time. But I played them. I played them when I was a young lad. I played Daggerfall without knowing what the fuck it was. I thought it was just a fun dungeon game. Ooh, stabby, stabby, scary noises, dungeons. And I just kept going forward, like fucking the Robinsons movie. I was like, fuck yeah, man, keep moving forward. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing, but I like it. But yeah, it was on my computer when I was a young lad. It was a piece of shit computer. I think I played it in, I'd say like 2005-ish. My mom's boyfriend at the time was a huge computer guy. And he's like, here, play this. Play this while I go, go get groceries and stuff. And I was like, okay, I like video games. Video games is for me. And that's where I also first, I think it was 2005. But yeah, I liked Daggerfall in short. We'll talk about that in the other video. Now, Ember Fox, why do you like Skyrim? Because it's a great game to fucking waste time. Holy shit, I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent fucking grinding on the Anime Girlfriend games and been playing fucking, I've been playing Skyrim. Like, there's so much I've done. I've literally beaten the game with 6 different characters in the time I've spent grinding Anime Girlfriend game coins. Like, I'm not kidding here. Like, I have level 96 Dragonborns just fucking chilling, Let me drink some Pepsi here. But, it got to the point where I collected everything, and I became a Skyrim hoarder. So, I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start making potions now. And Lord, when I discovered potions, the mechanics you could abuse in that game, but no, I do have Oblivion. If you guys are here for a really long time, you guys will know that I have played Oblivion on my channel, actually. I was talking throughout the whole thing, but it wasn't very good. I was just getting out of the sewers in the video, and like the second part of the video ends. But I was just playing because I just fucking felt like it. But the capture card works really well. It just doesn't capture audio and shit, like, through it, Anyway, I've already talked about that enough, but I do like Oblivion. It's a bit, well, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Well, if you've played it, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's so many game-breaking shit. So much game-breaking shit in that fucking game. Another game I also like to fucking play a lot, actually, is Pokemon Soul Silver. But I had to buy another copy because I couldn't bring myself to play the original copy that I'd gotten. And you're probably like, Ember Fox, why? Well, it's because that's the game I'd play a lot with my cat, and he'd sit on my lap and everything and watch me play it. And it just doesn't feel right to play that game without him. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave that adventure where it is, and I'm going to go ahead and buy another copy for $37. But I like playing it. It's a fun game. So yeah. Let's see. How much time do I have? Okay, I got some time. You're probably like, Ember Fox, what are you doing? Well, actually, I'm just letting the video play out while I do a voiceover. So, in case you're wondering, that's what I'm doing here. So, that's one video game that I really liked. Pokemon Leaf Green is also one of my top 10 favorites. Because it's one of the only games I owned for a long time. And I didn't know how to beat it for the longest time. That game was purely self-discovery. It really was. Like, it really fucking was. That game was just completely self-discovery. Because I didn't know how to look up wikis or anything. Especially when I was a youngster playing on my Game Boy Advance. I'd get yelled at, I'd go play my Game Boy. I'd get yelled at, I'd go play my Game Boy. After I finish my chores, I play my Game Boy. When I'm getting a ride home from school, I play my Game Boy. I'd play that fucking game a lot. And I didn't know how to do a whole lot of shit, so I ended up just walking around for hours battling the fuck out of Pokemon until my Pokemon were so overpowered I could just be a powerhouse through the whole game. But I spent a lot of time collecting all the Pokemon for the Pokédex and everything. So that was a fun game. Another one of my favorite games is Pokemon White and White 2. Now, you're probably like, Gamer Fox, that's a bit basic. Well, I liked playing them because the sprites moved. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. I didn't get Pokemon White 2, I think, until, I'd say, like, 2016, 2017. I don't know. Point is, I ran to the fucking mailbox as soon as I fucking, knew that I had it. I got it after 2014, so there was no internet shit going on, really. But, yeah, doesn't mean you can't still trade Pokemans, so that was pretty cool. I liked it because the sprites moved, and it was a very nice game for the most part. I can do a Pokemon review videos if you guys want me to. I personally don't give a shit. If you guys are like, Amber Fox, we don't give a fuck about Pokemon. We don't fucking care about your videos. You're trash. I'm like, okay, I love you. Let's see. What was another game? I'm not really gonna go into detail about these too much. I'm just gonna tell you a couple of them. I liked Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, actually. A lot of people didn't like it. I probably talked about this in a few videos, but I really liked it. It had a lot of fun shit in it. It was cool to upgrade your exosuit, but I kind of powered through the game without upgrading it a whole lot. It was mainly just reload. That's really all I upgraded. And then once I beat the game, I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to upgrade everything. So I went back and played the game again on Veteran and leveled up everything as I went along. And let me tell you, that just made the game a lot harder. But I liked the campaign. It wasn't bad. It was alright. In my personal experience, I think it was a lot better than Modern Warfare 3. All Modern Warfare 3 had going for it was to end a series, and it had Spec Ops, which I fucking loved. I loved that shit. I like being able to kill hordes and waves of enemies. That shit's fun. For me, anyway. Another game I actually really liked is Halo Reach. And you guys are probably like, well, Ember Fox, you talk about fucking Halo, you talk about Pokemon, you talk about Dark Souls, you talk about Skyrim. When are you going to talk about games that fucking we haven't heard of, Ember Fox, huh? Tell us, you fucking piece of shit. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck, man. God, cool your jets, Pally O'Malley. I liked Halo Reach because you could customize your armor, which I hadn't seen in a video game. That you can customize your own armor and shit. Because keep in mind, I have played the other Halo games. I haven't owned a whole lot of them, aside from Combat Evolved, from 3 different variations of it. I have the original for Xbox, which I only have the case for now because I think someone stole it. I think one of the neighborhood kids stole it a while back. And that would explain why I got a fucking shitty Xbox game that nobody cares about. It's an Xbox arcade game. It's trash. I had it for the PC, and I have it for the 360, which is the Evolved Anniversary. Which honestly, it's fun, but god damn it, I'd kill to have the original sounds in it. Apparently, Gamer Fox, what do you mean? Well, the pistol made a lot more sounds rather than sounds, and also the reload sound of the Magnum was just fucking ear candy. That's why I use it so much. It's like click, 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 I fucking loved that shit. And they took it out and they replaced it with newer reload sounds. And let me tell you, I didn't like that not one bit. No, sorry, I hope I did not. Another game I liked, and I actually played a lot, was Lego Star Wars for the DS. Probably like, Gamer Fox, why? Well, because when I was in middle school, kids in my class, when we were done with our work, keep in mind I was in a special ed class because apparently I was an idiot, or I had ADHD, or both. I think it's both, to be honest. But anyway, after we were done with our work, like we do fucking Wordly Wise or whatever, and after we were done with that, we could, have some time to play some video games. And the teacher wouldn't give a shit. Mr. Kelly was awesome, even if he did yell at me a lot, occasionally. But anyway, everyone in my class owned a copy of Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. And let me tell you, I fucking loved playing that with other people. It was just fun. Like, as soon as someone was done, they'd look over to you, and they'd whip out their DS, be like, hey, it's time to play Lego Star Wars, motherfucker. And we'd play it on the fucking... Because, like, I had a couple of classmates I rode on a van home with. Yeah, we called it the pedo van in middle school, because we were a bunch of original pieces of shit. But anyway, we played Lego Star Wars, we'd play fucking Super Mario 64 DS, we'd play Lego Batman. We would do a lot. We would play a lot of the games that, you know, for the DS that people would, you know, normally fucking play. I didn't really have Pokemon games this time, even though I really fucking wanted one. I didn't have one. But anyway. I played DS games a lot, and I ended up collecting almost every single fucking Lego game for the fucking DS. Because a lot of my classmates had them, and I'd play them with them. So, yeah. But Lego Star Wars was always a favorite to play because you could break the fuck out of that game. You really could. And us being us, we only played the levels to fucking do that. But of course, we would play Mario Kart every once in a while. You know, we'd play fucking we'd play Call of Duty Black Ops for the DS. You know, we would do a lot. So that was nice, and I actually do miss doing that. But good times. If there is one thing I do have to say though, it is boring to play a lot of video games by yourself, especially when you play video games with other people a lot. And sometimes when you play video games a lot with other people, it doesn't feel exactly right to play those video games necessarily without them or without another person. You know what I'm saying here? Like, I don't play a whole lot of Halo Reach. Like, I only play Halo Reach now to make maps for when, you know, I go, you know, and hang out with Dan or, you know, just, you know, or whenever I get Wi-Fi, you know, just play Halo Reach on. I still do that every once in a while, you know. I go on the old Minecraft worlds I played with Dan on my 360. And, you know, I go check the crops, you know, feed the animals, gather materials, shit like that. And, you know, I leave everything, that, you know, usually as it is. And I have some Pokemon in some of my Pokemon games when I was in high school that I would trade with some people every once in a while. And I still have those Pokemon, and I always transfer them to the opposite game. Like, I had to get Pokemon Black as kind of like my Pokemon storage game. And yeah, I would just do that a lot. So that's the only reason I own a copy of Pokemon Black. And Dan's probably gonna be like, "Bitch, when the fuck did you get Pokemon Black?" I got it not too long ago, actually. So yeah. Just sometimes it just doesn't feel right to play certain games without people. You know? Because I really miss, like, sitting on a couch and playing some games with the boys, you know? Like playing Halo Reach, you know, with some people, or, you know, holding an all-night Halo Combat Evolved LAN party kind of thing, you know? Because I was young, and I did experience those at some point. I would kill or make another one of those happen. I think it would be pretty cool, you know, to play some games I've never played before that are multiplayer games, you know, where you sit on the couch, you know, split screen. I mean, I don't like split screen a whole lot, but I don't mind it if I'm playing it with other people, you know. So, you know, games that I always look for games that have two-player capability, or, you know, some games that are only single-player, and I'll just be like, you know, single-player games are just for me. And I'll get these multiplayer games for when I have friends to play them with, or people to play them with, or you know what I'm saying here. And that's one of the reasons why I have so many handheld consoles, is because I had a lot of friends who had these hand consoles and shit, handheld consoles. I actually got a couple of them from my friends, and you know, because they didn't want them anymore, and they were like, you know, I'm gonna give this to someone who would appreciate it and take care of it. Because that's what I feel like you should always do with consoles you don't want anymore. You should give it to someone who you know will appreciate it and take good care of it. You know, it's like moving across the country and you can't take your pet with you. You know, you got to give that pet to someone who's familiar. You get what I'm saying here. It's kind of like that. And you know, people are like, oh, aren't that's very you're very possessive of certain material objects and shit. And it's like, well, yeah, you know, when you have something that's clouded, you know, with memories and shit, and then you know that you can't relive any of those memories anymore. You're just kind of stuck alone. Kind of sucks. And I look forward to the day where I can play other games with other people. Like, that's why I play PUBG Mobile. That's why I play Town of Salem. It's because I can play those with other people. And those are, like, really the only games I have on my phone. I have Roblox, but I don't fucking play Roblox a whole lot. But I still play it. Whenever someone's like, hey, let's play Roblox, I'll be like, fine. But I really like playing video games with other people. And the day I can do that on my channel, I'll be really fucking happy. Like, not gonna lie. That'll probably be, like, one of the happiest times of my life. And because sometimes video games are just way better to play with other people than just playing alone all the time. Because once you play games alone, it just hits different, you know? Like when you play basically when you play Mario Party. Say you own a copy of Mario Party, all right? And you play it and you're in a dark room all alone playing Mario Party at 3 a.m. and you're playing against a computer. It hits you a lot differently, doesn't it? I've had that happen quite a lot lately. And it's really been affecting my mood. It's been affecting my upload schedule a little bit. Not gonna lie. But it's also one of the reasons why I made a Discord server. Granted, it's a bit dead. Granted, there are some bumps in the road right now. Um, and you know, I'm gonna start hopefully getting more people in there. But I really enjoy doing things with other people, even though I don't like being around a whole lot of people. Like I can handle a group of 4, maybe even 6 people. All right, but when it comes to being out in public, I don't like doing that a whole lot. I'd rather, just sit in my room, with the boys, cracking open a few cans of Mountain Dew or fucking shit or some shit, and digging your fingers in them hot Cheetos or using chopsticks like I do so that we don't get the thumbsticks all gritty and red and crusted with flaming hot Cheeto dust. Basically just playing video games with friends or people who like what you do or whatever. It's a lot more joyful. I mean, granted, in video games, sometimes I'm just an asshole. Sometimes I'm an asshole in my own server. But a lot of people are like, well, you shouldn't do this. That's an asshole thing to do. It's like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to, be, a nice asshole. But, like, it's like when I make fun of people. I don't make fun of people necessarily to hurt their feelings, because I don't like doing that. I'll point out like a few things here and there, and I will joke about it, but that's all it is just a joke. It's not to make you feel like shit or anything. It's like when it's basically when I make fun of Dan. Dan knows I'm not being an asshole to him. He knows I'm just fucking with him, and a lot of people, I guess they have to kind of warm up to my sense of humor, I guess, in order for them to deal with it. I don't know. But I like to mess with people on video games. And yeah, when it comes to Town of Salem, I am one deceptive motherfucker. You can take everything I say with a grain of salt. And when I say a grain, I mean you fucking pour that shit in there and it's the ocean, let me tell you. But anyway. When you play video games with other people, it's a lot more fun. And I'm sad that not a whole lot of games these days have split screen. Because I always liked the little brother games. And you're probably like, what does that mean? Well, basically that means a game that isn't single player. You can play with other people. You know, I call those little brother games. And generally because, you know, you have a younger brother who wants to play a fucking video game with you. I mean, let's be real here. I have a little brother. Fucking, whenever I play video games, that motherfucker wanted to play them too. You know, I've had, you know, fucking my cousins. Fucking, basically, if you have any type of sibling or younger person in the vicinity of where you play video games, chances are they want to play it with you. So I call those little brother games or sibling games, you know, because you can play them with your sibling. You know, I mean, that probably sounds really creepy or really weird, but that's not how I mean it. I mean it in a wholesome manner. And granted, I would fuck around sometimes with fucking Dan when we play video games. Not gonna lie. He can probably tell you if you're ever in the Flame Lounge. Just be like, hey, tell us a time where Ember Fox has royally fucked you over in a video game. Oh, and he'll have a list of them. But, you know, it's just, I like to have fun. Especially within my own server. So sometimes, you know, I might create a little bit of chaos quietly, and then people will notice it, and then that's when the chaos will happen. And sometimes I like doing that. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, you should always look at the humor of it and always question why, instead of being like, "This is some bullshit. Fuck you. I'm leaving the server." It's more like, oh, "I see what you did there, you son of a bitch." So that's why I fuck around a lot in my server. That's why I changed everyone's name into Beans with Nero. That's right. If you're in my server and your name is Beans, or as the most recent event happened, if your name's PJ, there's a chance you're going to get banned from the server for being completely inactive. And there are some of you who have Cinder roles, and don't worry, you will be getting an invite to Room 4. But still. As this video comes to a close, I have told you guys about some of the video games I've enjoyed playing, some of the video games I bought for a fucking steal, and I've also explained to you that I like sibling games, which are multiplayer games that you can play on the couch with your little brother, or sister, or cousin, or fucking, you can play them with your dad, or your fucking mom. I don't fucking know. You can play even plays with grandpa. Granted, his arthritis doesn't fucking give out. You know, I've always liked video games to be, you know, granted, what you're watching is solo footage of me just playing by myself, but sometimes I work best when I'm by myself, you know? That's just sometimes. I really like playing video games with other people, even though I do a lot of solo games myself. And don't worry, you guys have a lot to look forward to, because I plan on doing videos with other people. And also people within the Flame Lounge. So, yeah, it's been real, guys. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy playing video games with other people, and you can create some great friendships through video games. I mean, I know I have. So, I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys saw, you know, a little bit of my side of, you know, how I like to fuck with people and all that. But I just hope you guys also sat down with your favorite snacks and drinks and also enjoyed everything that I've said. So anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, hopefully. It's hopefully going to be an anime girlfriend game, but